Yeah,
Yes,
can you hear me?
sir. Yeah, I
Yes,
can hear
sir.
you. You can hear
Yes,
me?
sir.
Okay, okay. Welcome to another episode of Wildlife Sports TV, man. We got a legend today. We got Coach RJ, man. How
Man,
you
I'm
doing
well,
today?
man. I'm well. How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. So first we're gonna get into a little early though. Who kind of put the ball in your hands and made you love the game of basketball?
Man, it had to been my brothers, my older brothers, and my uncles. All of them are much older than me. I used to run around and chase them around a lot when I was very, very young. So they gave me the ball early, and I haven't given it back yet, I guess.
So when you was a kid, you was kind of looking up to that person like in the city, basketball wise. Who was that for you?
For me, again, I had to say it was my uncles and my brothers, man. They were my superheroes. Shit, they're 10 years older than me. So while they were in high school, I was a young kid, man. So it was always them. I was always at all their games and all of that. So it was my family for me.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. You know, St. Louis now is kind of like a AAU circuit, like
Right.
itself. You got tournaments that you can stay in the city. How was it back then? Like, was it kind
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
same?
Back then, I guess you could say we didn't have the type of platform that the kids have right now, which is understandable just with, social media and, all the things that kids are able to get into now. But we definitely played a lot. It was tournaments everywhere. Open gyms, a lot of open runs, more than now. I would say we did a lot more of that then,
Mm.
and just, got a good bump against a lot of the good talent and all of that stuff across the city. So we was able to do that a lot more than they are now, though.
Okay. How was like college recruitment for you? Like, how was that when you decided to go to the next level?
Again, for us, it was much harder. We didn't have the social media and all of those things. So when we got letters and we got interest from schools and all of that, like we got that from, like you said, being on the AAU circuit, playing in Peach Jam and all of that at that time. Then, that was our only opportunity really for coaches to really see us. Or maybe the schedule that we played in big games, but it when we got it, it was good to us. You know what I mean? But it just ain't as plentiful as it is now.
Okay, okay. I know a lot of people like me. When I first got to know you, it was the I am wits. What's kind of like the
The
definition of
WIS is,
wits?
man, it's whatever it takes to succeed. When I came up with that acronym
Mm.
and I decided to start my business of training and all of that, it's just that's a part of me and the mentality that I have is, are you willing to do whatever it takes to succeed? And I thought that was something that was prominent and it sticks because it's real.
Okay, okay. I know. I was planning on making a vision board. I gotta make that on. I gotta put that
For
on the
sure.
vision board for
Right.
sure.
No doubt.
What was kind? You said when you got into like training. What kind of was? What was the moment in your life when you realized like, yeah, I want to do this for a
Well, I
living?
guess it was when I got done playing college basketball because I played college football and basketball. I played football at the University of Memphis as well as basketball, but I ended up finishing basketball at Henderson State in Arkadelphia, Arkansas. So once I got done, my good friend and best friend, Larry Hughes, he kind of asked me if I would, be his trainer and just kind of go around with him, travel with him, and train him basically 24/7. And so once I got into that, I was always a fitness dude, you know what I mean? Because I did our strength and conditioning program at Henderson came from me and some stuff I created as a player. So, it started with that. Then the skill work, I always was in the gym. So it's just coaching became second nature to me. And that's just kind of, how I gravitated to it.
That's crazy because I've been talking to like athletes and coaches all day, and Larry Hughes' name that came up like
Really,
40
that's what's up.
times.
Yeah.
He definitely a legend. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be. I told his son that I'll do an interview with him. I'll just buy a shirt off his
Oh, okay.
website.
Okay. Yeah.
Got to get a little
Hey,
trade
man.
swap. How was it when you won your first thing?
Shit. No,
You
I ain't
said
hear you.
what?
You said how was when I won my first state championship?
Oh, okay, I was gonna say, how was it when you first state ring, man? I never won state,
Well,
so
my first ring was in '97, man, and that was when we won as a player. Again, it was myself, Larry Hughes and Jayson Tatum on that team. We also had Mark Stricker, Aaron Bartoni, some other guys that was with us, man. And that was something that you'll never forget. Just as a player, you talk about those things and you're working for those things day in and day out. But to actually go through that process, win big games, and then get all the way to the end and win that main one, man, it was a very humbling and gratifying experience that kind of sparked, you know, who I am now and what I want to do as a basketball coach on the high school level. So that it started with that.
And what's crazy about all them names you named is everybody still doing something on the
Yeah, for
basketball
sure,
level.
for sure. Yep, no doubt.
Man, what was kind of like your favorite group to take to that might have had like some ups and downs during the season, but they found a way to pull it through?
Um, Shoot, to be honest with you, I would say this last group, um, because out of my 16 kids that I had on my team, nobody has a name. You know what I mean? Nobody is as has that following to where that's that guy. But the crazy thing is all of those kids are so good. You know what I mean? They just kind of don't get the credit that they work for each and every day. And so it shows in their play. It shows in how they handled this year because again they came in with really no experience, just off their work ethic and everything, and they lost literally 4 games, and one of them was to a team in Missouri. We didn't lose to anybody else in Missouri. And the other two was overtime games. And then another one was from a team in Texas. So they were all out of state teams. So it's something to say for those guys, man, and the time that they put in. So I would say this last team.
And that's crazy because like I said, when I told Malik, I was like, "It's Cardinal Ritter always there, but you don't be number one
Right,
on the
right.
team." And he was like, that's what he instilling us. He instilling us that nobody
Yeah,
knows
no,
us.
that's a fact, man. It's just you got to make your own name, and you got to make them remember who you are, and they'll always remember you when they play you and they feel, how hard these kids play and how hard they work and the discipline and everything that they have. So that's just something that we build on as a group and a program.
Why don't they know the program? No, I can't find a reason why they
Man, I
don't know.
don't know. It's been kind of the story of my life too. It's always been whether Larry or Justin, and I always been the guy in the background. So that's just kind of how my life has played out too. So it's a good marriage between me and Cardinal Ritter at this point because again, nobody's ever given us the credit. You know what I mean, for being good or being the top of what it is that you do. So I don't know. I just keep using it as motivation so they can keep doing it. It's fine with me. You know what I mean? I ain't got no problem with it.
When you switch from a when you switch from a trainer to a coach, what made you choose Cardinal Ritter? Like, what was kind of that
Well,
comfortable?
I wouldn't even necessarily say I switched. It's more of broadening my horizon because, like I said, when I came back from doing the concierge training with Larry Hughes, I went right to work with Justin. With him being my cousin, we were coaching down at Soldan. We was able to win a state championship down at Soldan, and then we left there, and then we ended up going to CBC and all of that where we played at. So I think for me it just broadened it. You know what I mean? Because now not only do I know the X's and O's, but I can get down with you with the skill development side that enhances the X's and O's. So it just gave people a different perspective of what I could bring to the table and what that looks like.
Okay, because I know I moved to Houston, and my brother Alex down here, he coaching now. He coaching like
Uh,
little kids and all that. I know he be trying to figure it all out. He be like, it's a
Man,
lot to
it is.
understand.
No, it is, man. And to be honest with you, I just been blessed by God to get a gift. I was given a gift, and it's something that I don't take for granted, and I know what it is to be able to do it. So it's definitely a lot, and so I'm good with that.
Was it ever a year that you thought about quitting with it?
No, I wouldn't say never quit. Uh, there's been times in my journey where you kind of get hit with that adversity and the no's and the no's and the no's early on to where it make you doubt, should I be doing this? But in one of my pregame speeches This tournament, this Final Four, it was the game before the championship, the semifinal. I listed all of my adversity and all of my no's on the board, and I just went through and told them, and I without telling them that they were my no's, I just told them all of these different things and all the stuff that somebody had to go through, and it ended up coming back to Cardinal Ritter, and then I told them this is me and this is why I'm here. So it's not always about the no's, but the no's kind of and the quit kind of make you want to form into who you are and gives you your whole story. So that's just kind of how it is for me.
Oh yeah, for sure, that's lit. So I was gonna say, when we look at NBA coaches, we always tend to look at like the tree that comes
Right.
from them. Like, is it kind of a tree that comes from you that people might not
Yeah,
know about?
so I would have to say I started with, Justin would have to be the tree that I came from. You know what I mean? Because we started it together. He was able to get the head coaching job first, and we've always worked together as far as the things that the concepts and game planning and stuff. So we always see eye to eye on a lot of that. It's like second nature to us. So I would come from his tree, and then. As far as my tree right now, I mean, I got a few coaches under me that's been learning a lot. Jerome Douglas, Jerron Mickles, Spencer Taylor, Marcus Payne. Like, I got a lot of guys that are starting to come under me to get the understanding of how I do things and how it all works. So yeah, that's a part of it. So, I'm blessed to be able to do that as well.
For sure, for sure. Before I let you get out of here, man, you was there. Like when we talk about top fives in
Mm-hmm.
St. Louis, I seen when Pep was doing
Right.
IG live interviews, and everybody was saying you're not going
Uh,
farther back. So who is like your top five?
well, even as far as back as I could go, you know what I mean? It's undeniable to me that number one is Jayson. You know what I mean? It's just his skill set, his size, everything that he's done, you know what I mean? Up until this point right now as a player, his accolades and everything, none of them have ever done it. Not the Larrys, not the Brads, none of them. You know what I mean? So and he's just getting started. So he would have to be my one. Um, when you start talking about the twos and the threes, the fours and the five, all of that get a little murky because I don't a lot of people hadn't got a chance to see Larry play, especially not in St. Louis. I would if I had to say though, the best high school player in St. Louis was Larry Hughes. He was better than Jayson in high school. I would say that. You know what I mean? Just because of what the type of things that man did as a player in high school was crazy. You understand me? Like crazy. So, but no, it really don't even matter. But if I had a five, I would say Jayson, Larry, Brad, um, um, Jayson, Larry, Brad. Shit, you gotta put David Lee in there somewhere. And then but like Chris and Lauren and them, you know what I mean? From Cardinal Ritter, like them guys was Chris Carwell was serious, man. So he was a 6'7" point forward, like he was like Grant Hill at the high school level then. So I don't know, man. You could go any which way. Then you could go down to the B, talk about Joe Shelton and all them guys, man. No, it's some guys in St. Louis, man. And to be honest with you, I'm just happy to be around and be able to either play against some of these guys or coach some of these guys or coach against them. So St. Louis is coming, man. They're gonna have to respect us at some point.
That's crazy because when we bring up top fives, we don't even talk about
Yeah.
David Lee from St. Louis. People don't never
Nah, man,
mention
he was
him.
he was he was a, he was tough too, man. He was tough. You don't get to go to Florida, and you don't get picked in the NBA by not being good, man. So, you got to give guys they fly.
He a champ too,
Absolutely,
huh? He a
yes he
champ
is,
too.
yes he is, yes he is. So, nah, man, it's a lot of guys, man, and I like I say, I'm just happy to be a part of it,
Man, I really appreciate you taking out the time to sit here on Wildlife Sports
for
TV,
sure.
man. That's been another episode. We got the legend, man, Coach RJ. I'm about to text you right now, man. I
Nah,
appreciate
ain't
you
no
doing
problem,
this.
man. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Yes, sir. You too.